One of the hardest things to feel after a breakup is that your ex may no longer respect you the same way. Not just love, respect. And when people feel that shift, they panic. They try harder to prove themselves, to explain more, to chase, hoping that they can somehow rebuild attraction in that way. But the truth is that attraction without respect does not last. And so if you are serious about rebuilding a healthy connection, respect matters deeply. And if that's where you are right now, hopefully this video will help you to regain clarity as to how you can get your ex to truly trust you again the right way. So in this video, we're really going to address what actually rebuilds respect after emotional damage has been done, and why most people, unfortunately, weaken it more and more rather than rebuild organic respect after a breakup has occurred. My name is Coach Adrian, breakup and reconciliation coach. I've done this for 10 years, and I'm so excited to share some of these insights that I've gained, helping good people just like you all over the world through this series called the Ex Back Playbook, to help you rebuild love in a calm, secure way based on actual strategies that have worked for others. During this series, I've shared stories of people that have reached out to me in order to illustrate and to highlight certain things that I have learned. And in this video, I want to talk to you about a young man named Jason who reached out to me after his breakup. And Jason was really consumed by fear when he reached out to me. He was afraid that he had lost the person that he loves forever, and he was afraid that he was going to be replaced, and that the relationship was just simply slipping away. And so every interaction that he had was so emotionally charged. He always tried to explain himself. He overtexted because he was trying to fix things in every interactions. Maybe that'll sound familiar to some of you. And the more he did that, the more his ex became colder and colder and colder. It wasn't because she stopped caring. It was because of the emotional dynamic that had been established. And it's so important for you to understand that respect is not something that can be imposed. And it's not gained through manipulation. We're not gonna make our ex respect us again because we pretend like we don't care. It's not about playing games. Respect is built through transformation, through growth, by being emotionally steady, by having self-respect, by showing consistency in our actions over time. Also, by showcasing integrity during this process after a breakup, and really learning to control our emotions. And this is what this video is all about, because most people after a breakup think that if I show more love or more emotion or more effort, that somehow we're gonna get back together or we will feel closer. But when effort comes from a place of panic, it often creates emotional pressure instead of attraction. And pressure does not help to rebuild respect. So when we talk about an ex losing respect, it doesn't mean that your ex hates you. It often simply means that they don't feel safe around you, or that they feel like you depend on them for your own well-being and happiness. And they don't see you as this stable individual with dreams and ambition and a social life and things that actually enable you to exist without them. They perceive a lack of confidence and a lack of emotional independence that is unappealing to them. Or perhaps they've lost respect because of mistakes that you've made during the relationship. And they thought you were a person that you had portrayed yourself to be, only to later find out that certain actions that you've done caused them to see you in a completely different light. Either way, what we don't want to do is compound that by chasing them, by being dishonest, or by not being able to maintain certain boundaries. And if you've done some of these things, it's also okay. No judgment here. We're all learning and growing through this process, but it's important for you to be honest with yourself and to understand some of the things that you could have done better so that we don't repeat the same mistakes moving forward. And this is where the shift actually can start to begin. And that's what happened with Jason, an individual that reached out to me. Because once you start to learn to regulate your emotions, you, in essence, are establishing the foundation for self-respect and also for your significant other to see you in a different light. And learning to regulate your emotion means not depending so much on how your ex responds to you or on what your ex does. It's so easy to be triggered. It's so easy to seek validation from this person that we love so much. But when we are emotionally reactive, emotionally dependent, it leads to being emotionally unstable. And naturally, respect will decrease over time, both the respect that your ex has for you and also the way that you feel about yourself. And it's not that you're unlovable, it's that the emotional safety that both of you will feel will just continue to weaken over time. So attraction is not just chemistry or emotion or passion, but lasting attraction actually requires emotional stability. You need to be able to be yourself to be attractive. You need to not think so much or do things just to please someone else or to try to get someone else's approval. And that's why I often ask the people that I coach to go back to who they were at the very beginning of the relationship. What makes you unique? What makes you inspired by some of the steps that you are taking, living with purpose? And the more you're engaging in that sort of process, the more you'll feel calm, and the more your ex will be able to respect you because you're respecting yourself. So we're not going to rebuild that sense of respect by convincing our ex. It's truly through a shift in behavior, in energy, in action, and in emotional maturity. That's why I love this process so much and why I've dedicated my life over the last 10 years to helping good people after a breakup. It's because this painful period of your life can truly lead to something that is beautiful, to growth and change that you perhaps have been neglecting for too long. And that's true empowerment. So seek emotional consistency and seek to also set boundaries with your significant other to make sure that you're operating not from a place of seeking reassurance and validation, but from a place of inner well-being, that you're truly respecting yourself as you're also seeking to reconnect with someone that you care about. And also, we're really going to focus on the way that we communicate with our significant other. It needs to be calm communication. We cannot emotionally flood them. We cannot pressure or put the weight of our feelings and expectations on them. Otherwise, it won't work. We also talked about integrity or coherence. There must be an alignment between your words and your actions. And I'll take it a step further. There must be an alignment between your thoughts, your words, and your actions. They must align. Otherwise, you're going to confuse your significant other. You're going to confuse yourself. So make sure that you have a clear plan to treat yourself kindly. And don't abandon what is most important to you just because you really, truly want to be with this person that you love. We need to maintain certain standards in regards to ourselves and also in regards to how our partner treats us. We cannot tolerate breadcrumbing or emotional inconsistencies and be led by the fear of losing them towards self-abandonment, which will undoubtedly weaken attraction over time. So I'm not asking you to become cold or, so detached that you stop caring about this person. I want you to be open, I want you to be kind, and I want you to be emotionally stable but without abandoning your dignity and the things that are really, truly important to you, without abandoning your values. Because that's where you will draw strength from. That's where you will draw clarity and a compass based out of. And also that's what ultimately will make you attractive again to the person that you love. And that's what Jason was able to do. He realized that when he was acting desperate and when he was seeking validation, he was also losing control over his emotions and losing his self-respect. And everything changed when he truly focused on a process of growth centered around his values. It created less pressure, less emotional volatility, and it rebuilt respect over time. Because his significant other could see that he wasn't doing things just to get a reaction or approval. And that changes everything. And if you're unsure how to go about putting such a process in place, again, we're here. I'm here to serve you, to support you, if you're prepared to make that type of investment in your own personal transformation and growth. It'll be my pleasure. And you can book a discovery session with my team to figure out exactly what coaching package may best be suited for you and to understand if you're the right candidate for private coaching so that we can truly maximize this process for you. In the next video, in episode 10, we're going to explore how to reestablish contact after no contact. And the goal of reconnection is not emotional intensity, it's creating safety, right? Once we are able to establish those patterns that rebuild respect without forcing someone to choose us, but creating conditions for them to be able to feel that connection happens organically and that it's something that they can buy into, not something that is imposed upon them. So I look forward to exploring that element of the breakup recovery process with you in the next episode, in episode 10.